indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please, Sue.
Alderman Smith.
Here.
Alderman Couch.
Here.
Alderman Donovan.
Here.
Alderman Jokers.
Here.
Alderman Stupi.
Here.
Alderman Prince.
Here.
Alderman Zito.
Here.
And Mayor, we have a quorum.
Thank you. Approval agenda.
Make a motion to approve. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thank you. Resolution 2016-43, a resolution authorizing the purchase of materials from St. Genevieve County Do-It Center in an amount not to exceed $6,349.76 to build a storage maintenance building for the St. Genevieve Police Department.
The original justification for this meeting was the need to get the concrete work done, so weather doesn't keep us from making progress on this project, which is in Eric's budget, was discussed at budget time. So Eric is prepared to talk about that, but since the expenditures exceed the $5,000 mark, we had to have your approval. Otherwise, we would have just proceeded. And since we're having a meeting, we had a request from a citizen and some other items to take care of that we thought we'd just throw in there and get them done. Okay. Eric?
Good evening.
Good evening,
Thanks for
Chief.
coming in before Thanksgiving. I appreciate it. Sorry to call a special meeting on this. We're looking at a maintenance facility, which we've talked about for the last couple of years out here. It'll be a 5-car bay that will also house the golf cart that we purchased recently. Total project is $8,000 and some change, maybe $8,400, $8,500. 4,400 of that has been donated, so better than half of the expense. So total expense for the city out of the budgeted funds will be around $4,000. And we still have some requests out for additional donations, but like Martin had said, we could have paid for the concrete and been under the bid requirements or the board approval requirements, but we didn't want to pour concrete and have posts and then say, no, we're not going to give you the rest of the money to do the rest of the project. So I do appreciate you guys coming in. If anybody has any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
I just have one question, Chief.
Yes, sir.
Good to see you, sir.
Good to see you.
I'm new back to the board, so where exactly is this being built, just out of curiosity?
We have a gravel facility here, not a facility, but a lot where we've parked our cars. It's under some trees. We're going to move the entire facility towards 4th Street, just 10, 15 feet to get it further away from the property line, and also just with the water runoff, but it'll be located here on the south side of this building.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Anybody else?
Make a motion to approve. Second.
Thank you very much.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, Eric.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Resolution 2016-44, a resolution of the City of St. Genevieve, Missouri, authorizing the mayor to execute a property maintenance agreement with Stephen and Mary Apps.
Okay. The Apps approached me. They purchased their property, and the prior owner had done some significant landscaping that went beyond the property. They would like to fence the yard now, which is certainly something that's allowable in the zone district. And but they don't want to have to sacrifice landscaping. We own the drainage area behind their house, and consulted with Frank, and he suggested we use the same kind of lease, the same approach that we do for flood buyout property, in that we leased it to them for $1. They agree to maintain it and hold us harmless for any accidents that might happen on it. I've written a lease to that effect. You've had an opportunity to review it. You're welcome to stand up and say whatever you'd like to say, or we can just proceed. Anybody have any questions for the apps?
I have a quick question on this particular, and maybe you'd be best to answer it, sir. It's more of an engineering type thing, I guess. I know it's next to the drainage and sinkhole area. This fence will not obstruct or block any of the drainage whatsoever, will it?
No.
So there's no problem whatsoever?
It slopes gradually and then it drops, and it won't even get to that big drop.
Perfect.
So when it rains really, really, really hard, I don't even think the water will reach it.
That's all I need to know. Thank you very much.
Motion to approve.
Second.
or whatever. There you go. Thanks for coming out.
All in favor?
Appreciate it.
Aye.
Opposed? Great, thank you.
Don't forget the permit.
Nice to see you both.
Resolution 2016-45, a resolution appointing Kathy Walsh to the St. Genevieve Housing Authority Board.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. And new business, bill number 4134, first reading.
An ordinance approving a budget amendment to the City of St. Genevieve fiscal year 2017 budget relating to the general fund budget number 10, department number 16, police.
This budget amendment is for the shed, maintenance shed.
Motion to approve. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Motion for a second on that.
Thank you.
Second.
All in favor of second reading of bill number 4134?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, second reading, bill number 4134.
An ordinance approving a budget amendment to the City of St. Genevieve fiscal year 2017 budget relating to the general fund budget number 10, department number 16, police.
Second.
And roll call, please.
Alderman Smith,
Yes.
Alderman Couch,
Yes.
Alderman Donovan,
Yes.
Alderman Jokers,
Yes.
Alderman Stupi,
Yes.
Alderman Prince,
Yes.
Alderman Rozika.
Yes.
Motion carries with 7 yes, 1 absent. Bill number 4134 now becomes ordinance number 4071.
Okay. Chief, I guess that's, anybody got anything else? You have anything else?
Motion to adjourn. Second.
Oh, wait. Okay, excuse me, I'm sorry, Steve.
Hurry up, Steve, that second supper is not.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Every year, at the end of the budget year, the money that's left over in our repair account is refunded back to the city. Tonight's tonight.
How much?
$2,543.
Take it.
So,
Nice job.
Good job.
Well done.
So that's great public relations.
Yes.
To give money back.
You bet.
Thanks. Give it to the money lady.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Well done.
I have a possible use for that.
my guys are at the water plant tonight. They're all cleaning out the Claricone. If anybody wants to stop by and check it out. We'll be there till about midnight or 1 o'clock.
Empty?
Wear your work clothes, right?
Yeah.
Empty?
Yeah. It should be about empty, yeah, about right now. So, feel free to come by.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks. Okay, now,
Motion to adjourn.
Wait a minute.
Nope, can't do it again.
Did you want to address the car situation?
Sure. At the last meeting, we had the resolution, was it?
yeah.
For the car to be on the surplus property. In speaking with Eric and Martin and Carla, I guess the original idea was to give the silver car that's coming up to the fire department and surplus the tan car. Then we had a car hit a deer, and I thought, well, let's hold off on this until we know what we need for it. Looks like we're not gonna need anything off the brown car for that, or that wouldn't be a practical solution. So, what we were thinking, rather than give the fire department the gray car this year, if they can make do with the brown car, just for 1 year, that way Carla and Bob have one to drive for city business. And this was brought on due to an incident that happened with the county assessors or office or something like that recently when they were using personal vehicles. Got into a touchy situation with a resident that came out wondering what they were doing on their property. They had no identification, no official vehicle or nothing. And just in talking with the various people, keeping the silver car for a year for Bob and Carla to drive on official business type stuff. And, if any other department, the water department, street department, fire department, whatever, need it for training, they can sign it out, just leave it here at City Hall, and it can be signed out whoever needs it. And then next year, when 2 more police cars are retired, we could finally retire the brown one. Just basically keep it, get 1 more use out of it, or 1 more year's use out of it, rather than give I don't know, it's all in an effort to keep Carla and Bob from having to use their personal vehicles while on the job. I mean, somebody throws a rock and hits, one of the city cars, no big deal, it has a dent in it now, so what? Does it to their personal car, that's a liability for us. We have to pay to get it fixed.
So, Martin, this seems like this is something you would be thinking about, how you'd want to do it. What do you want to do?
Well, I didn't have any problems
And
when the fire department asked to be assigned to them. I didn't consult with Bob or Carla at the time. We have since Joe brought it up, and they see value in it. Even without the brown car, if the fire department needed to go for training, they could always come pick the car up.
sounds like a good idea.
So,
I think most of the fire department's training, although you obviously you're the last one that had a brown car, is it that trustworthy on the road?
starts and it never failed to start. Well, I can't say that. Recently, it has not failed to start and get me where I'm going. It's just not in the style that I think I should.
Well,
No,
I
it's
mean,
fine.
the silver
it's
car or even the
alive.
Explorer would still be available to them.
Yeah, they don't have to drive it.
Well, that's true.
They're both city vehicles. If somebody needs one, you go get whichever one you need,
Well, I'm gonna
and
say,
that's that easy.
do we need both, should we keep both of them? Or
There's
just
no
keep one?
value to that car if we can still drive it, and we're not gonna get anything for it.
You're not gonna get anything for it.
So if it's serviceable, I'd say just keep it in service. That's fine.
How identified is it? I mean, is there any lettering on it, or is it just the plate?
The
Just the
silver
plate
one still has.
Right now, it doesn't have anything, but we could put a stencil on.
I think you need something on there just in this day and age of,
Because the incident that happened with the county could have been a lot more serious than what it was, and,
Now,
I don't want to put
silver
Bob
car
Carla in
has
that
St.
position.
Genevieve, but the gold car doesn't have any.
The one you were driving has nothing on it, right?
But,
But that would be,
$80 or something to do it.
shouldn't have us that, but
Stencil.
Okay,
Okay.
we'll do that. Good idea.
Good idea.
good idea, Joe.
Anything else?
I've tried twice. I'm not going to try the third.
Somebody will make a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
I was going to say all night.
Whatever.
All in favor?
Three of those, you know.
You all